All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off and choose out some of our products. Lip products, you guys know I don't do in the beginning. Let's see if we start with eyebrow products. I think my plan for eyebrow products is actually to try something different. Maybe, you know, try to utilize something that I don't often use. So I'm gonna go in with these three. So for foundation and concealer today, I'm just gonna go in with, I don't really have a whole lot of old. You know what, we're gonna do the NARS Aruba foundation. Oh, I know it's gonna be super radiant. So I need something to mattify it. I'm gonna take a combination of these two and see if I can get a little bit of like a satin finish. I don't know, we will see. Hey, what's this? This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation. I'm gonna use this instead of the NARS. All right, so last week we focused on drugstore and we did go in and used one of the Profusion palettes. So now we're off of that and now we're gonna move into this drawer. I did just get done looking online to see what I could find as far as the palettes go. And unfortunately, the I Think I Love You palette, I only found through third-party sites. So today we're gonna be focusing on the Frozen 2 palette instead, and that's what we're going to be playing with for the Colourpop palette. I do want to get my face done first because I have to pick up my daughter here in about 40 minutes, so I figured if I have the face done, I can always just work on the eyes after I come back. I'm going to pull my hair back this way because my hair is not holding up the way I need it to. So I pulled out two primers. The first one I pulled out is the Lancome Le Base Pro. This is the Perfecting Primer, so we're going to go ahead and use that right now. I am going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer as well. And this one here is just a little smaller, more travel size. I picked this one up a while ago, like after the hype was building around this. I tried it. I'm truly not a fan of it. I actually find it to pull and break my makeup apart, my foundation specifically, more than anything. So for me, this is something that I'll wear today because I know I don't have a lot going on, but I just always know that wherever I put this Hydro Grip Primer, my makeup tends to fall apart. And I do it right, I do the steps that it says, I wait as long as need be, and it just hasn't worked out for me. I've tried it with different foundations. I'm not impressed with it. I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox. This is like a tiny little sample size. I have shade 3.18, but last year I loved this foundation. You guys can see it's like super dark on me. So I'm gonna go in with the Double Wear also, but I also wanna use this one because this is super hydrating, and I know it's like kind of more on that dewy end of the spectrum. So what I've been doing recently here is I kind of go like this, and instead of dotting it, I kind of just like lay it out on my face, like where I'm gonna have it at, and just kind of smear it. I guess smearing would be the word. And I found that that actually works a little bit better for me because I let it sit for a few seconds. I'm trying to find my sponge. I let it sit for a few seconds before I actually go in and blend it out, and I find that it gets tacky enough where it still holds the coverage. I think that's like a perfect match, actually. I've spent so much time outside with the kids. I guess I didn't even realize just how much color I was getting. I'm using the e.l.f. Total Sponge or something is what it's called. I love this sponge. I forgot where it was at, and I found it like on the bottom of my car, like underneath one of the seats, and I was like, oh my gosh. I did pick out a whole new set of brow products to try out. I'm going to start off with the Revolution Pro. This is the Volume and Sculpt in dark brown. I want to feather these brows first with the product. I figured by doing this first, I can build product in my brow, and that alleviates me from having to like add more product with my brow pencil. I'm not sure that I really like this brow color for my hair. I'm going to go in with the Brow Ultra Slim. This is by Maybelline. I really do like this product. The only thing is that it is a little bit more gray tone, or has a little bit more of like a cooler tone to it. So because of that, it can be a little bit harsh on the brows, but it is a really great product. Before I go in and set everything, I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer and clean up around my brows. For the top of my brows, I do go in with foundation. All right, so there you have it. I did set aside the Essential High Coverage Concealer from Jouer, but it is so freaking bright. Like, I used it underneath my brows, and I'm like, there is no way. Like, it is just going to look stupid. So I'm going to have to take a combination, and I think I'm going to take a combination of the Covergirl. These are the Covergirl True Blend concealers. I put some on my nose for a little bit added highlight, and maybe just a little bit on my forehead. Okay, I can't find my sponge, so we're just going to use this brush. And you guys know, I've raved about this brush so many times here on my channel. It's kind of disgusting. I just love it though. Yeah, I think this is like the perfect color for underneath my eyes. Like, it adds just a little bit of highlight, but nothing too crazy. To set underneath my eyes, we're going to be taking the Laura Mercier. This is the Secret Brightening Powder in shade number 1. Very finely milled, just like the Laura Mercier original, the translucent one. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way powder. And this is in the shade Latte. This might not work right now. Let's try it out. Maybe it'll, if I put, I'm feeling that if I use like a really fluffy brush, the color won't come off too strong. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. A little bit nervous. I'm going to go ahead and set my brows because you can see that they're like moving around. I'm going to set my brows using the CHELLA eyebrow gel, especially like right here. They're like moving around. Try to put them in place and hope that they stay. To bronze up the skin, I did pick up this bronzer palette by Lovecraft Beauty. It has 3 different shades of bronzer to use. I'm going to use the lightest shade right here, which is called Cymbeline, I believe is how you say it. What I've noticed with this hair color, which I'm totally fixing by the way, but what I've noticed with this hair color is that if I use a bronzer that's like too orange or has like a reddish undertone to it, it will pick that up and make me look super orange. All right, now that I've got most of my face makeup done, I can pull my hair down. So Private Society sent over some of their products. I did play around with this already in like an Instagram get ready with me, but I loved this palette so much. I wanted to use it again. And I do love that they added this cover to protect the blushes. But isn't it a beautiful palette, you guys? But I'm going to go in with the shade here. I've really been enjoying mixing this shade and this shade together. For highlighter, I did pull out the J-Cat You Glow Girl, and this is the Baked Highlighter in Twilight. It's got a little bit of glitter to it. You really just need a little bit because it will pop really quickly. I know I said that I didn't think we were going to have to use any powder, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm going to use this shade right here called Scooch In, and I'm going to use that to pop on the inner corners. Let's start with that. I always feel like I forget this step. I'm going to take the shade called Fearless, and I'm going to use that and pop that, whoa, all over the lid. Holy cow. I've never had issues with the patchy palette, but this one's like, not sure how I feel about this. I'm going to run that same color on my lower lash line. All right, next shade I'm going to go in with is called Autumn Breeze. It is this matte purple shade, and I'm going to take it on a Luxie 205. These palettes are like super pigmented, or at least this is really pigmented. I'm just having a little bit of issue because I find it to be a little patchy for some reason. I'm going to go back in, and then I'm going to also make sure that any colors I take on the top, I also take on the bottom. And take a little bit of Wind and kind of blend those 2 shades together. Like, it is just so patchy right there. So I went ahead and I cut that, so that'll at least clean it up a little bit, just because it's so freaking patchy, I can't figure it out. But I'm going to go back in with that shade Autumn Beige first, and I'm just going to kind of do like a sideways. I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to take Earth. Let's do Earth. And pop that right on the lid. You could definitely use a brush. I just always find that when I don't wear nails, I love to use my fingers because it just gives me the best pigmentation even without having to use setting spray. I did apply some mascara, but my camera was off, which is fine, right? But it is the Wet n Wild. This is the Bretman Rock Bad Bitch Lift Mascara. I freaking love this mascara. I was hoping that it would be more of like a permanent mascara, because I just love how much it really lengthens my lashes. I will have to go in and still curl them, but for the most part, it's been phenomenal. But I'm going to go ahead and finish off with the lower lash line. I'm going to be going in with this PIXI Beauty. This is the Endless Silky Eye Pen.
And this is like in a navy blue shade. And I'm going to run that in my waterline. Today I'm going to be using the MAC and Selena liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Big Bertha. I really freaking love the collection from MAC and Selena. The eyeshadow palette, I will definitely say after I played around with the entire collection, I could probably be okay without. But like the highlighter lately, because it is a little bit, now that my skin's a little bit darker, I feel like it reflects on my skin really well. But like her lip products were phenomenal. Like if you have to get anything from that collection, get the lip products. They are amazing. Thank you guys all again. Thank you guys all again so much for watching another one of my Throwback Tuesday tutorials. Just to let you guys know, next week is our next drawer, and that drawer is going to be the Born This Way by Urban Decay. I've gotten so many requests the last couple times we've done this to do that. Every time we get into that drawer, we are going to be playing with that palette, so I'm very excited to come up with a look. Let me know down below what you guys would like me to play around with, like what kind of color scheme you'd like to see from the Born This Way palette. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the older products that I play with today, and if you guys want to know anything about any of the products, foundation, shades, and stuff like that that I used in today's video, I will have it linked down below. If you guys are new to my channel, I hope you guys will hit that subscribe button. Here are some older videos in case you guys haven't checked them out. I will post them right here for you guys to check out, and I will see you guys on my next video.